This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, as we speak, Governor Mills is preparing to deliver her State of the State address in Augusta.
We will have live coverage of her address and the Republican response. But first, we go to our Augusta reporter, Corey Bouchard, for more on what to expect tonight. Corey.
Good evening, Beth and Peter. That's right. I'm here on the third floor of the State House, just outside of the House chambers, so you can see behind me, where they're preparing for Governor Janet Mills to give her second part of the State of the State address. Now, this is different from previous years because the first part was delivered, which is a written address to the members of the 131st Legislature. It reads in part, quote, "This past year has been a period of extraordinary challenge for our state. Traditionally, as Chief Executive, I have stood before you to address a series of high-profile issues, challenges, and opportunities. But these unique times call for a unique approach. I thank you for allowing me to deliver this year's address in a novel way, beginning with this letter to you." And the letter mentioned some of the issues that the state has faced, such as the housing crisis, the substance abuse crisis, and the economy. Another issue that was talked about, that is expected to be talked about in the letter there, was the bipartisan issue that we saw addressed this past year, which was the child welfare crisis. Now, Governor Mills, in her address, highlighted one particular bill from Senator Lisa Kime, Republican Senator Lisa Kime, which seeks to recruit and retain case aides for child welfare workers.
I think a lot of the things that we expected, I serve on Government Oversight Committee, and I'm very, very concerned with the deaths of the children in Maine. And we really need a lot of focus to go on Child Protective Services. I'm very glad to see the call out on the bill that I have for case aides. That actually is from the work on Government Oversight Committee, but from a conversation that I had with a caseworker at a Dunkin' Donuts shop where I just said, hey, tell me about your job, tell me what's going on and how we can help.
And as I previously mentioned, the governor will be delivering her second part of the address between a joint convention of the legislature at 7 p.m. tonight. Now, we're going to bring you that. We're going to have special live coverage of that beginning at 7. And you can watch it on Fox 22 or on our website, foxbangor.com. Live at the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, thank you, Corey. Meanwhile, Maine State Police are investigating a tractor-trailer rollover in Brewer that injured a sergeant with the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office. At about 8 this morning, a tractor-trailer driven by 41-year-old Christopher Higgins of Baileyville was traveling on the westbound on-ramp of Interstate 395 when he failed to negotiate a turn. A Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss says his truck rolled over, taking out the center portion of the guardrail. It also struck a Penobscot County Sheriff's cruiser that was traveling eastbound at the same time. Sergeant Gary Decker was driving that cruiser. He was transported to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor with non-life-threatening injuries. Higgins was taken to the same hospital with minor injuries. The tractor-trailer truck was carrying diesel fuel, which did spill. The Department of Environmental Protection was called in to clean it up. The on and off ramps to Wilson Street and Brewer were closed for several hours.
A Saco man is facing charges after leading police on a chase and smashing into a Maine State Police cruiser. At about 10:15 this morning, Corporal Kyle Wells was traveling on Route 35 in Lyman when he saw a Maine Water Company truck operating erratically. A Maine State Police spokesperson says the truck was swerving in its lane and speeding. After Corporal Wells activated his lights, the truck took off at a high rate of speed. The pursuit continued on Route 111 until the driver stopped on the side of the road. As Corporal Wells was getting out of his cruiser, the driver allegedly accelerated in reverse and struck the state police cruiser, putting it out of commission. The officer was not injured. York County sheriffs chased the truck, which eventually crashed. The spokesperson says police determined the vehicle was reported stolen and the driver's license was suspended, and the individual was out on 4 sets of bail conditions. 39-year-old Ricky Cooper will face a variety of charges.
Back in November, an outbreak of hepatitis A began rapidly spreading through homeless encampments in the Portland area. Now, health officials from the city of Bangor are taking proactive steps to keep an outbreak from happening here. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
I think if you can prevent the spread of disease and prevent illness in other people, I think that's a good motivation to try to help.
Bangor Public Health is partnering with Penobscot Community Healthcare to bring hepatitis A vaccines to members of the community who are uninsured or experiencing homelessness.
Across the country, hepatitis A was on the rise among vulnerable populations, so we decided locally that we could do something proactive about that.
This comes amid an outbreak in the Portland area that impacted many living in homeless encampments. According to a spokesperson with the Maine CDC, there are currently 21 cases total, but it is unclear how many of those people are unsheltered. Hamilton says those who are experiencing homelessness are at a greater risk for contracting the virus.
If you don't have access to hand washing and regular hygiene practices, then you're a little more vulnerable.
Hepatitis A is a contagious liver infection that can spread rapidly. However, officials say it is highly preventable through vaccinations.
One shot is about 94% effective.
The vaccines are going to be administered at local shelters and warming centers. Officials say they hope to start making shots available by March. Although Hamilton says they have not seen any concerning cases in the area, they are trying to be proactive rather than reactive.
Most people want their fellow people to be safe and healthy, and so this is a good step toward that.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, Maine's congressional delegation is urging the Department of Justice to crack down on illegal Chinese-owned marijuana operations in the state. In a second letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland, the delegation highlights the increasing number of these operations, which are detrimental to Maine businesses that comply with state laws. Since the beginning of this year, 8 people have been arrested and police have seized more than 4,400 cannabis plants at 4 growing sites in Belgrade, China, and Cornville. Maine's congressional delegation first wrote to the DOJ back in last August, and at that time, a Border Patrol memo said law enforcement in the state had identified 270 suspected properties that had been used as illegal Chinese growing operations, producing an estimated $4.37 billion in revenue.
Tax season officially began on Monday, which can bring added stress to many. Our Doug Banks spoke with one local tax pro to find out what taxpayers should know about filing this year.
Mainers have until April 17th to file their taxes, but if you're having difficulty, you can apply for a filing extension, moving that due date to October 15th. This, however, does not forgive payment penalties.
There's 2 penalties, one for filing one and one for paying late. So it'll stop the filing one, but not the paying late.
With a new year brings new things people should know when filing taxes. Tax expert Bob Thomas says the child tax credit has increased by $1,600. The minimum age to take IRS distribution has increased to 72. 401k minimum deferred composition has increased to $22,000 for people under 50, $30,000 for those over 50. There are new exceptions for people who need their income upon retirement, and an increase in travel coverage for charitable work. There are also new benefits for firefighters.
If you're a firefighter and you take early distribution from retirement, you can do it when you're 50 or over now, or 25 years of service.
These changes are just some of the hundreds that are available, and it can be easy to get lost in how to know if you're eligible. Thomas recommends researching questions and concerns on irs.gov or taking your tax information to a qualified professional.
The most common mistake is not getting what your deductions are. A good tax preparer will care for you and want to get every dime you got coming back.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Definitely can be a stressful time of year for folks.
Yeah.
It's not definitely not something I look forward to.
No.
We try to keep it a little bit simple.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
some helpful tips there. And
Yeah.
there's lots of tax pros out there that can help you if you need it.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, folks, well, let's go ahead and hit pause here. We'll get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather is brought to you by Winterport Sheds. Do you need extra storage, a place to live, camp on your lot, building for your pets? Check them out at Winterport or at the Bangor Mall, and of course at winterportsheds.com. And a cold, cold day out there today, folks. Only a high temperature of around 20 degrees right by the coast. We saw Machias, Bar Harbor into Rockland, low to mid-20s, and up north, of course, that thick snowpack. Some places well over a foot of snow. We were talking upper teens. Overall, though, lots of of clouds, but we did see some breaks in the clouds. A couple peaks of sunshine, of course, were showing earlier today. Visibility-wise, though, we're looking pretty good all over the region, around 10 miles. A couple of spots downstate are looking at just a little bit of a fog, but it's feeling like winter. Of course, we have 5 inches of snow here in town, up by Greenville, though, and then just west of Greenville. That's where some locations have well over a foot of snow. Millinocket area, it's not coming in how much we have, but I did check, and we are at around 8 to 9 inches. Overnight tonight, though, folks, please bundle up. Put on your layers. We are going to get very cold. Temperatures will be near zero, with the feels like temperatures slightly below zero. Beth and Peter?
Hopefully you're bundled up and tucked away in bed.
Yeah.
By the time the temperatures get that low.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, a Waterville business owner is focusing on giving back to her community. Our Matthew Juroncic has the details.
And our Jody Hersey will take us to a volunteer-run eatery in Dexter. We'll have those stories and more when we come right back.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warren Financial.
I've been on both sides of the apprenticeship process as an apprentice and as the training director. As an apprentice, I know that it was a great opportunity and a great experience to go through the program. And on the sponsor side of things, I know that it's a great opportunity for us to be able to grow our workforce as well as have control on the training portion to make sure that we are training the future that we need in the field. We could use a lot more licensed electricians in the state of Maine for all the projects that are happening.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Center Theater, Guilford Hardware, Kimball Insurance, McCusick Petroleum, Piscataquis County Collision, and Rowell's Garage and Car Wash.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warren Financial.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. A Waterville business owner is turning to the public to help with her newest project. Our Matthew Juroncic explains.
Welcome to Old Soul.
Before becoming co-owner of Old Soul Collective in Waterville, Jessica McKeag always had an eye for design, starting her own apparel brand Retro Realm 4 years ago. Seeing Retro Realm growing, she wanted to do something as a thank you for the people who've embraced her brand.
I really wanted to figure out a way to give back to the community and, make a bigger impact than just what it is that I do here and what I have available here.
And then she got an idea, creating unique apparel for a specific nonprofit or charity every month.
The process is simple. You guys need to go onto Retro Realm's Facebook page and comment the nonprofits or charities you'd like just to design apparel around, and proceeds will go to that specific cause.
I really wanted the community to have a voice in what's important to them, because obviously the community is the most important way on making this successful. So having different organizations that are important to our community, was really important to me as well.
Local shoppers I spoke to say they're looking forward to the future apparel dropping.
I love to support Waterville and Waterville businesses. Want to keep them open, want to keep them thriving. So it's always nice to support all the stuff downtown here.
McKeag says she's aiming for this project to be up and running as early as March or April. Any organizations interested in participating should contact Jess on social media. We'll have her links on our website. In Waterville,
Shop local.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Heading to Main Street in Dexter, where you'll find a community center called Gatherings for Main Street, which serves lunch twice a week to residents and guests passing through town. However, this little eatery is run solely by volunteers, and the cost of the meals are all covered by donations. Our Jody Hersey stopped by to check it out.
At Gatherings for Main Street, customers can dine on anything from soups and sandwiches to protein bowls.
It's not like eating meat will kill you or anything, but we believe it's healthier if you can to have a plant-based diet. That's one of the reasons why we're doing the protein bowls, is because a lot of people, they question where they can get protein if they're not getting it from meat.
Husband and wife Ethan and Tiffany Wright are the co-directors of Gatherings for Main Street. Tiffany, who has a culinary background, is responsible for the menu.
Many years ago, I went to school to be a chef, but we ended up having kids, so I stayed home and raised them. So this has been my first time in a kitchen in a long time that I wasn't just cooking for my family.
Gatherings for Main Street offers a meal twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays from noon to 1:30, and all the folks that prepare and serve the food are volunteers.
Every single person, including myself and my wife, we're all volunteer, and we're a nonprofit. So there's a lot less overhead than you might find at a regular establishment.
And although every dish listed has a suggested price, the cost, the Wrights say, is by donation only.
I think it's a great service to the community. It's donation, so that's really beautiful for some people that can't afford it.
The meals they prepare have a lot of variety, a lot of taste, and it's just a great place to stop by and get a quick meal.
The Wrights say feeding the community is easy to do when you live in a place like Dexter.
The people that we know, the people that come in, they're great. This is a wonderful community to be in.
In Dexter, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Love to see that there, just gathering, focused on food, but feeding the soul and the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some really healthy looking food there too, and delicious.
Indeed. Well, still to come on ABC7 News at 6, hear how the Pittsfield community has rallied around a beloved coach beyond what was ever imagined.
That story coming right up.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
The apprentice program is learning while doing, but also acknowledging that people can't learn while they do with no money. The other important thing to understand is that with our partnerships with SMCC and USM, we've made a commitment that the college tuition for the courses is free to participants. And you have an ability to mold those individuals in a way that you know they're going to be successful and ensure that the work that they're doing is high quality work. It's not just sort of learning out of context. It's successful for the whole person.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Orono Arcade is an ideal birthday party destination. We have the best arcade video games, including Tomb Raider, Halo, Need for Speed, Mario Kart, and Luigi's Mansion. You are guaranteed to have hours of fun. Plus, we also have a 9-hole blacklight mini golf course that changes weekly. Allow us to provide hours of fun for you and your friends. You bring the cake, we'll provide the entertainment. Call us today to schedule your birthday party event, 889-3166.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Bangor, located in the Penobscot Plaza, providing custom ink by licensed artists for more than 20 years.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with a touching story out of Pittsfield. After MCI strength coach Woody Moore suffered an aneurysm at the start of the year, the community was quick to jump in action and help in ways his family could have never imagined. Ryan Sudol has more.
Oftentimes, the strength of a community shows in the toughest of times. And that's no different than the Pittsfield community rallying around Woody Moore.
Smart, kind, caring, a huge role model in my life and in so many other people's lives.
Moore is the strength and conditioning coach, plus former football and head softball coach at Maine Central Institute. Moore suffered an aneurysm at the start of this month.
What's happened has been very difficult for us all as a community, for somebody who we see as one of the strongest and most positive people that we come in touch with every day.
But the community was quick to respond. A fundraiser to help provide meals for Moore's kids was started with a $2,500 goal. It has raised over $35,000 in a matter of weeks.
I know that he's going through a hard time and they really need the help, and I was just grateful to see that so many other people were supporting him.
And it didn't stop there. From selling bracelets at local businesses to restaurants donating some of their proceeds. The family is overwhelmed by the support.
I'm incredibly grateful for everyone who's supported, whether it's just stopping by and saying, hey, you're in our thoughts and we're thinking about you, we're praying for you. There's no words that can describe how grateful I am.
To the people here at MCI, the response has been no surprise. Yes, Woody Moore is a great coach, but his impact goes well beyond the playing field.
He has pulled people through difficult times with just an energy and a sunshine that he brings.
He's there like whenever I need him. If I need to call him at 5 o'clock because I need a ride somewhere, I know he's going to come get me.
And as Moore goes through recovery, his family is certain that once back on his feet, he will turn his negative into a positive. Just like his community did for him.
He's going to have a great story to tell, and he's going to use it to motivate other people who are in the same situation. And I know he's looking to help others.
In Pittsfield, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks to that, Ryan. Wishing him and the family a 100% recovery. Let's talk some hockey now. Maine hockey back this Friday after the bye last weekend, and despite not playing, they're still the 6th-ranked team in the nation. The Black Bears are on the road this week, making their first stop at Northeastern on Friday before traveling to the Mullen Center to play number 11 UMass on Saturday. Heading into the weekend, the Black Bears have just 12 games left before Hockey East playoffs. 7 of those games are against ranked opponents. They say they are locking in on being a tough, grinded-out team for the final stretch.
We're trying to make sure we solidify the identity of our team as just being a hard-working team that can grind. You know, we're trying to do that through practice, and sometimes you feel like you're making progress with that. Sometimes you feel like you might not be. But that has to be our identity. We know we have the lineup that can score goals and make plays, but can we constantly play those tight checking, grinded-out games? That's what we're trying to get to.
All right, we'll have those highlights on Friday. That is all the time we have for sports, though. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. And look at this. It feels like we've been under a blanket, right? The last 7-8 days, we have been under a lot of cloud cover. The last time we saw sunshine, a good amount of sunshine, you got to go back to last weekend, pretty much last Sunday. Not the one 2 days ago, the one before that, right? That's where we did see a lot of sunshine. But lots of clouds all over the Northeast, of course, into Pennsylvania. A couple of rain showers and snow showers are in the Ohio Valley right now. Of course, all the way up into Canada, Toronto, getting in on some very light snow showers. Nothing heavy. This is just a quick-moving little clipper system. For now, though, we are under a good amount of clouds. We're going to continue to be very clear overnight tonight and cold as well. So we do have that mixture of clouds, but finally things are starting to look pretty good. By tomorrow morning, though, please bundle up. It's going to get cold. A little bit of a breeze. We have Machias, Bar Harbor into Rockland, anywhere around 5 to 10 miles per hour here in town, around 5-mile-an-hour winds. These are sustained winds. Of course, the wind gusts are closer to 15 miles per hour. Yesterday, though, high temperatures a little bit above freezing, and then lows, of course, were a lot colder than that. Our average high is around 28 degrees with an average low of around 8. Now, look at these warm temperatures. We have that push of warmer air once again. Denver, Colorado in the 60s earlier today, all the way up into Canada. We saw 50s and 60s. Of course, there's no snowpack in this little area here. That's why all this warm temperatures made its way all the way up into Canada. But you see this break right here, right by Des Moines, Iowa, and then into St. Louis. That's because just north of that, there's still a pretty thick snowpack. Not going to be there for long, so the warm temperatures will make their way up into the Midwest and upper Midwest. We're going to get very cold tonight, folks. We're looking at temperatures near 0. Some spots well below 0 with a feels-like temperature near 10 below. And then tomorrow night, a lot better. We're looking at overnight lows only in those upper teens to lower 20s, so the cold air is going to be gone very, very soon. Look at this, Wednesday into Thursday, well above average temperatures, continuing right through the weekend, and then Sunday into Monday, near average temperatures will be back, so we are looking at the next several days above average temps. For tonight, though, not even close. Well below average temperatures, folks. Mainly clear skies. It's going to be cold as well. The wind's going to get calm, so that's going to allow that radiational cooling, all that cold air from the atmosphere come all the way down. No winds to mix it all up, so it's just going to continue to keep going down. Some spots will be well below 0, folks. Do not be surprised by that. Tomorrow, though, during the day, lots of sunshine, temperatures near freezing, looking a lot warmer. Our extended forecast outlook does show possibility of some snow showers on Thursday. Very light, though. We're looking at very, very minimal snow accumulations here in town, probably just around Thursday night. Maybe an inch, most likely way less than that. Friday, Saturday into Sunday, we start to cool down slightly, still under some partly cloudy skies. Beth and Peter?
All right, not too frigid.
Yeah, no, so after tonight, things looking pretty mild for the next 5 days.
Mild. You know, that's what we're rolling out with these days after what we've experienced.
Honestly.
Yeah. All right. Still more to come. Stay with us.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Now get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150, only at your New England Ford dealers.
My uncle was a commercial fisherman, so grew up going fishing with him. And I found this apprenticeship program that seemed to have a lot of room for growth. You get to learn more. I applied for that, landed at Ferta Farms. The owners are great, laid back, but we get our work done.
You'd have someone make a 2,000-hour commitment to you, and you, in turn, make that commitment to train them. With Matt's help, I think we could double the size of the farm. I don't know of any other way that we could provide it without the apprentice program, you know.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating,
From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
People ask me all the time, does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Tonight, after American troops were killed and injured.
The President and I will not tolerate attack on U.S. forces.
What happens next? Plus, the West braces for possible mudslides. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Well, folks, World News Tonight is coming right up here on ABC, but join us over on Fox around 7 o'clock for the governor's State of the State address, which we'll be carrying live.
That's right. Our Augusta reporter, Corey Bouchard, is down there. He'll be bringing us live coverage of that event. Again, you can watch that on Fox 22, or you can live stream it on our website, foxbangor.com.
In the meantime, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.